Good evening and thanks for joining us for this update from your coronavirus headquarters. I'm Mal Meyer. Here are three key things that are new today in regard to the coronavirus outbreak. Minnesota announced the first death from the coronavirus. Gunderson Health System developed its own test to detect COVID-19. And Wisconsin is extending income tax payment and return due dates. Health officials confirmed the first death due to COVID-19 in Minnesota. The Minnesota Department of Health says the person contracted the virus through contact with another confirmed case. The death occurred on Thursday in Ramsey County. The person was in their 80s. Minnesota Commissioner of Health Jan Malcolm says this death is a grave reminder of the importance of protecting the most vulnerable. Gunderson Health System now has a test to detect the coronavirus with results within 24 hours. The healthcare provider announced today that staff have been working around the clock to develop this test. Within 2 weeks, it was able to successfully do so. Tests can be processed in-house, further reducing wait time for the results. And University of Wisconsin La Crosse faculty and staff provided supplies needed to run nearly 3,000 tests. Tests will only be used for the most ill and vulnerable people. Local health officials say this will help them monitor the spread in our community.
One thing that testing locally allows us to do is to figure out how serious the problem is in this general area.
Callister says between Mayo Clinic Health System and Gunderson Health System, there's been between 500 and 600 tests done so far. Hospitalized patients at Mayo Clinic Health System will not be permitted to have visitors starting tomorrow. The goal of this temporary ban is to reduce potential spread of the COVID-19 virus and ensure patient safety. Some exceptions will be granted to visitors on a case-by-case basis, such as births and end-of-life care. However, those who do visit under those exceptions will be screened before they can enter. They also must be at least 18 years old. Clinic patients can still be allowed one visitor. Mayo Clinic Health System will continue to monitor the situation and update the rules accordingly. The U.S. Small Business Administration approved Wisconsin's request for low-interest federal disaster loans to aid small businesses affected by COVID-19. This was announced by Governor Tony Evers earlier today. Under the Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program, businesses and nonprofits may qualify for up to $2 million in loans at a 3.75 interest rate for businesses and 2.75 for nonprofits. Business owners are encouraged to contact SBA's offices with their questions about the loan application process, but be aware that nationwide demand for loans may delay processing. Minnesota officials also announced the approval of a federal loan program to aid impacted businesses. Wisconsinites of all incomes are eligible for a tax extension. The state tax filing deadline has been extended to July 15th. It matches the federal tax deadline, which was extended yesterday. Those filing their taxes do not have to fill out any extension forms to be eligible for the new date. There is also no limit on the amount of payment that can be postponed. According to the Department of Revenue, roughly half of Wisconsinites have already filed their tax returns. You can learn more at revenue.wi.gov. Scammers have been taking advantage of the coronavirus crisis. The latest one comes after the proposed federal stimulus package was announced. The bill includes sending every American checks to offset lost income. The Better Business Bureau says there have been reports of government imposters. One popular scam is a Facebook post telling seniors about a special grant to help pay medical bills. The link leads to a website claiming to be a government agency called the U.S. Emergency Grants Federation. It requests your social security number, saying it's to verify your eligibility. But government agencies don't communicate through social media like Facebook. So no matter what the message is, don't click on it. Plenty of people in our area are rallying to help others, and we'd like to hear about your stories. You can send us your stories on Facebook and our Twitter pages. You can also email us directly at news8@wkbt.com. Thank you for joining us for this coronavirus update from your local headquarters. I'm Mal Meyer.